There's a mindset amongst everybody. There's a sort of common mindset amongst people, not everybody but a certain select few, that if you enjoy older games, then there's almost something wrong with you and you're not delivering the service that you're expected. So obviously I'm going to use Call of Duty as an example. Now, me myself, you know, I get a level of frustration when I read any videos, comments that is sort of like speaking a little bit negatively about Advanced Warfare, not necessarily hating, but, you know, in a certain term saying, I don't like the game, it's not for me. And I sort of read through comments, you see dislikes, so many dislikes. People are just disliking anything that is, you know, sort of against the game. It just makes me laugh. But I sort of look down these comments and I'm reading and people are like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's not for me, it's not my thing. And then you get that one guy who says, it's because you can't adapt, that's why you don't like it. So many YouTubers now just can't adapt to this game, they're actually not that good. And I've said before, you just sort of like do the old facepalm thing. It's like, oh God, why don't people just get it? You know, it's not that we can't adapt. I've got gameplays I could upload. I'm sure there's many other people who have gameplays they could throw up that probably aren't, you know, the sort of standard that people want of triple chem strikes or, sorry, DNA bombs. I'm going back here. Triple DNA bombs. But, you know, it's just that people don't want to play it. It's like you have options in life and you have to use those options to what suits you best. Hey, do you want to go to the cinema today? No, I don't feel like going to the cinema. Do you want to go to the bowling alley? Yeah, we'll go to the bowling alley. Why did you want to go to the bowling alley and not the cinema? What's wrong with you? It's like there's a new film on. It's a current film. Yet the bowling alley's been there for 12 years. You know, you're living in the past. I don't want to be with you anymore. This is over. We're divorced. You have choices in life, and you choose to make the choices to sort of carve out the route you want to go down. And for me, playing older Call of Duties makes me happy. You know, don't necessarily mean they're flawless, which they most certainly are not. Like any classic car that some guy wants to sit and put in his garage and polish and clean and, you know, take for a little test drive around his neighbourhood, and everybody can go, wow, look at that classic car, it's lovely. And he's like, yes, I've kept it clean, it's my car, it's my little baby, and I've, you know, sort of looked after it and nurtured it. You know, you wouldn't see him driving around, people go, what is that thing? It's, I don't know, 40 years old, you shouldn't be driving that, get yourself a Maserati, it's this year. It's only £300,000, but yeah, go and get one. No, he likes the classic car. People like to go back to classics, and you know what, I get a lot of people saying, you know, you shouldn't be uploading this, you should upload Advanced Warfare. Why are you uploading Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2? Nobody cares anymore. And that's wrong, people do still care. I still care. I still would rather watch a Modern Warfare 2 gameplay over any sort of like Call of Duty Ghost, Black Ops 2 and Advanced Warfare gameplay all put together. People upload Modern Warfare 2, I am on it. I am on it like a tramp on chips, because I still like to see how people play, and I don't emulate my gameplays to other people, but I still think, wow, he did that. I've never thought about doing that like that. I might try that in my next game. You know, even though I think I've almost exhausted every way I could do possibly everything in Modern Warfare 2, you still sort of learn these little tricks and bits and pieces. So, you know, it sort of makes me sad a little bit when I see these channels who've been around for so long and have sort of grown throughout the Call of Duty era, and they still feel pressured to upload the most current game. It's got to be current, it can't be any past games. You know, sort of like Only Use Me Blade is a fine example. I've always loved Only Use Me Blade. Got into him a very long time ago when he sort of got invited to this millionaire's mansion with a few other guys, Sandy Ravage, etc. And you know, Keemstar was the sort of presenter of this thing, and they all had to play games against each other. That was when I got into Blade. I'm now lucky enough to have him as a viewer of mine, and you know, a sort of subscriber and everything else. I'm quite privileged for that. But you know, he's sort of like, when Advanced Warfare come out with the whole knife thing, I was thinking, how's this going to work out for him? And obviously adapted it with the spike drone and everything else, you know, the sort of spike grenade, what returns to, I don't know what it's called because I don't use it. And you know, I thought, okay, fair enough, but it wasn't the same. You know, this is the whole thing about people saying it's just not my thing. Seeing somebody like Only Use Me Blade, it's like Only Use Me Spike. You know, it's not the same watching that. But he's gone back a couple of times, you know, in time, and he's uploaded some COD 4 classic knife sort of gameplay, and he's like, yeah, I want to watch that, and that gets the most views because people still appreciate those games. So, you know, basically what I'm trying to say is, if you are a channel and you have hit that point, that sort of plateau of where you're thinking, I don't know what to upload today because, you know, it's not Advanced Warfare, I don't enjoy Advanced Warfare, so my channel's just going to stop dead. Don't be afraid, you know, don't believe the hype. it's not as hyped up as you think. If you go back to any Call of Duty now, it doesn't matter which one it is, you will see a massive amount of numbers still playing it. I've been playing sort of Black Ops 2 on the on the Xbox 360. There's still about 120,000 people online at some point. That's almost more than what there was last year with Call of Duty Ghosts. So that's sort of that tells you a big story right there. So yeah, just go back and play some classics, because I know whenever I upload COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, there are a lot of people that say sort of oh, I never played this, so I got into Call of Duty and Black Ops 2, and it's like, man, you're missing a trick here. You are missing a massive trick. The classics are the best. The classics was where it was at. People have just developed and built on that, and unfortunately it's they've lost their way a little bit. This is why I keep saying about Black Ops 3 or whatever it's going to be called, World at War 3, if it is ever going to be one. They sort of need to go back a little bit and go back to basics. I know the expectations from people is so high, but I think if they just cut it down and went back and said, okay, we're going to take it back in time a little bit, go back to some basics, basic kill streaks, not too basic, but there's plenty to play with there, and sort of advance it out into their own sort of stamp on it, then I think people will appreciate it. So yeah, still love the classics. I'm sorry, I'm still going to keep uploading them. If that disappoints you, then I do apologise. But I won't adapt to Advanced Warfare because I simply don't feel like I have to. And if you really need me to, then sorry about that. I do have gameplays though, and like I say, I'm still working on this Rage and Fails. It's just a little bit hard for time for me at the moment. But I'll get around to it, don't you worry about that. And it will be on your doorstep with a smile very soon. Apocalypse done.